Hey game people, welcome to the stream. We are playing Skald against the Black Priory, the Prologue. Kept looking for alternatives, tripped across this Skald, which is great timing too because it's coming to early access this month, next month, like it's almost there, and it's instead of being based on sort of an Apple or a Commodore 64 game, it's heavily inspired by. From what I can see, from sort of around the Ultima V era of games. But it's using Unity, so it's programmed with a modern engine, and so therefore it's in widescreen, it's got, it uses a mouse, this sort of stuff. But it essentially looks very much like an EGA style game, RPG from that era. So anyway, so let's create a character. Alright, so no, classes, feats, and spells are not fully implemented and must be considered placeholders. Yeah, so this is definitely not a asterisk, 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 this isn't the representation of the final game, blah, 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 blah. There's not a lot of feats and spells in the game yet, in this prologue, but obviously there's a lot more coming. This sort of feels, actually, not just Ultima V, it sort of feels like it's halfway between Ultima V and Ultima 6. So we've got a cleric, a magos. Yeah, so I haven't run DOSBox or Scum or anything. This is just straight out of Steam. It's a Unity game. Range strikers that can cast powerful destructive range spells. So I played a cleric last time, by the way. Close range support to their party through area-based buffs and healing. We got rogue. Versatile character combines an important non-combat skills with large damage output against single targets or warrior. I might just play a warrior. It might be boring and just play a warrior this time. Distribute 25 points among your stats. Double click on a stat to the left, add points, or right click to subtract. So I got strength, which affects athletics, melee skill, melee damage, agility, stealth, thievery, initiative, dodge, range skill, and critical chance. Survival and hit points. Intellect is lore. See, I mean, like, intellect does nothing at this stage. I'm sure there's going to be a lot more in the full game. But that's why it's like, I feel like a mage in this prologue is kind of gimped. And then presence affects diplomacy. So if you look at that, there's one thing, two things, a bunch of stuff, and three. So Thief's probably got the most going on. Alright, we can be male, female. In the full game, I think you can be male, female, or other. Much like Ultima 3. So at the moment you can tweak some of this, and then there's a few portraits. And apparently there's going to be a lot more portraits in the full game. But I'm not going to worry about changing any of this crap. I don't care. This stage. And then, yeah, sure, Andros is fine. Okay, the moan of creaking timbers, the tang of preserved fish. Your eyes slowly adjust to the darkness of the dimly lit ship's hold. Continue. Suddenly, something strikes the hull, and the ship rocks violently. Your heart begins to pound, and a feeling of unease grows in your stomach. Rise, well rested and ready to go. Get up, mouth dry and head pounding. Rouse yourself from deep meditation. I'm gonna assume I'm well rested and ready to go. You get to your feet and become aware of agitated voices shouting up on deck. Something is not right. You should make your way up to the top and get a bearing on the situation. On your way. So from here you can use the mouse to move around, or you can use the arrow keys, or you can even use WASD if you want to do like mouse in the right hand, movement on the left. Alright, we'll take all of that. So it's a leather armor, and we've got a dagger. To your surprise, you realise that this door has been locked on the outside. It doesn't budge. Perhaps you could slip the lock with a thin blade. I haven't tried this option, so I'm going to give this a crack, because we have strength 20. And the door splinters with a crash. As the door swings open, you can now clearly make out cries from the deck above. You should make haste. Just smack that door. The ship smells of dried fish and salt seas. Hostiles have not spotted the party yet. Battle erupts. Press return on your turn to auto-resolve combat. Get wrecked, chump. Bones. The bloody bones of a small animal lie before you. You emerge onto the deck and see two groups of men facing each other with weapons drawn. The ship shakes violently in the grip of a storm as lightning tears across the sky. Amidst the din of the storm and their frantic arguments, you bellow for the attention of the assembled crewmen and mercenaries. Suddenly, huge, monstrous tentacles burst from the water around the ship. For a split second before the terror sets in, you wonder what Estavo must be thinking as the monstrosities loom over him. It's Cat. The cat watches you intently. Pet the cat. The cat recoils and hisses as you try to pet it. Oh, but I like push cats and they like me. You meet a kitchen servant. Talk. There's nothing to talk about. Trade. Has nothing to trade. See if I turn my lantern off. It's dark and you can't see anything. You can't interact with anything. You turn the lantern on and you can see and interact. Embler is missing. Kater's voice quivers momentarily, betraying his stoic features. Now I beg of you, Andros, help me find my daughter, help her return home where she belongs. When I last played this, I was sort of, as you would expect, banging between these two areas, which was fine, except that I was doing it all solo, and it was really hard. But I went up about 3 or 4 levels, because I managed to finally push through. It was just very grindy and lots of save restore, but I got there. What I didn't realise is if you instead follow the path, we will get a couple of extra party members, and then we might come back, and, because there's quests to do here. This is where the boat crashed, and this is a lighthouse, and there's stuff to do there as well. So we might get the companions first and then come back. I think that is going to make this whole experience much easier. You see a figure thrashing violently at something obscured by the low fog. Whatever this person is doing, it's producing loud crunching, wet squelches, and a stream of curses. Move closer. You see the scene for what it is. Roland, soaked through and spattered with ichor, is laying waste to a number of grotesque-looking creatures with a piece of driftwood. Now it's raining. Before you, the unmistakable mess, squalor, and desperation of a refugee camp sprawls around a small farmstead like a festering wound. Kenta. Okay. A soldier dressed in the ragged remains of what you assume is the livery of Horan. He looks hungry, shaken, and on edge. Talk to Marcus or Drina. You want something, just leave me alone. The tattered band of refugees surrounding her are agitated and shouting over one another. But there are so few of us! Horan was home to 200, and we're but a few score left, cries a ragged man with tears in his eyes. But the golden corpses, there must be survivors, beseeches another. Okay, let me get my webcam. And move it over there. Alright. The woman before you has the rugged and vital look of life lived on the frontier. Though her clothes are rich and tailor-made, she waded through ankle-deep mud with rolled-up sleeves, hefting heavy crates of goods off a broken cart. Alright, selling. We don't need all of these shirts. Alright, so with beds we can actually rest. Properly rest. So we'll save the game. Prospect of resting in a proper bed is a rare treat for a mercenary travelling on the roads, so you would think twice before passing up on it. Make camp. I'm gonna put her on forage across the board because she's full health. The sinewy man mutters something under his breath as a group of refugees pass. He pays you no attention. Greetings! The man looks up at you, his hard, wrinkled face the texture of old leather, his eyes narrow. What do you want? Is this your farm? He scoffs. If you can still call it that, it's ruined. All my crops are trampled and my goats are gone. We're going to starve next year thanks to this catastrophe. I'm sorry to hear that. Still seems you're better off than the people living in the camp. Spare me the sob story. I'm going to take number 2. The man scoffs and turns his back to you. You emerge into the broken hull of the ship. Movement immediately catches your eyes. The grotesque squirming mass of fur and glistening teeth tell you that you're not the only passenger from the Zephyr to make it ashore. Standing on the edge of the cliff is a crewman from the Zephyr, lucky enough to have made it ashore. The man is swaying and looks in shock. I saw it by the dead. I just saw it out there, the thing that sunk us. It's still out there. The man begins jabbering incoherently. Tell the sailor about the other survivors. The man thanks you profusely and hastily makes his way towards the cabin where his comrades are waiting. Okay, cool. It's raining, it's got fog, and it's dark. No wonder visibility sucks. You climb the narrow, creaking stairs towards the top of the lighthouse. You find the door barred from the inside and knock heavily. Moments later, you hear the bar lift. As you enter the lighthouse gallery, a haggard face peers out at you from the gloom. Moving closer, you see it belongs to an old man who clutches a makeshift spear tightly to his chest. Somehow he looks both fearful yet greatly relieved to see you. I want to go back to this town here and give them a bunch of food and vend as well. So we'll do a big save here. Okay. The chamber has an aura of age beyond comprehension, and your head begins to spin as you realize you may be the first to set foot in it for a millennia. A sickly, wet bubbling sound snaps you back into focus. Snap back to reality. All around you, the clay jars begin to stir, and then, one after another, they burst with loud cracks as a thick substance pours from them. To your horror, the viscous substance. I'm assuming this is inside the other townsfolk. Remember, we didn't cut them open. I'm going to guess this was what was in them. To your horror, the viscous substance is big as... Alright, okay. Alright, so it's on. Doesn't work. Vendor wants 0 for this. That'd be neat. Just give me 1,000 gold. Oh, it's so you can steal it. You can try and steal the gold. That's why it's there. I'm thinking, why can I see the vendor's gold as an item? But that makes sense. It's so you can try and nick off with their gold. Let's see. Character. Agility 13, agility 10, agility 10. So this guy's got the best chance of nicking stuff. Alright. Save. Game saved. Oh, here comes the guards. This is not good. Ow. Dead merchant. I think that was the cook. I'm not sure. Dead. Stupid village is dead. I have no idea. Oh, he comes, boss dude. Oh, he dead. Fucking just dead. How do you get quests now? Oh, the farmer's pissed. What? Why are they attacking each? Is that a child? Why is the farmer attacking a child? What the fuck's going on? I don't know. What's going on? I have no idea. What's the combat log? Refugees versus farmer versus Masa. Okay, I don't know who that is or what's going on. Knocking out Masa. She dead. The farmer just got pissy. Don't know who the kids are. So maybe I don't know. I'm just gonna keep like defending. Let these two go at it. The farmer's on my side. Oh, the farmer's on my side. Because remember he was like, he hates the fact that there's all these people in his farm. He's on your side. He's like, he's all for it. He's like, kill these fuckers and get them off my farm. What the fuck? Oh, look at him go. Old man farmer's like, I'm gonna fuck you all up. Get off my property. I'm gonna fuck you all up. Holy shit. There you go. They're all fucking dead. we wiped out. Guess what? Stop fucking dead. Okay, so load the game. Kick another skull, right? He's just like, fuck everyone up. Kill them all I want. That was the true route. You know what? I don't think it is. I like how this guy's just like, he starts watching me. Oh yeah, it is. It's a little girl. Yeah. So I like how the farmer sees me just starting to like fucking curb stomp some peasants. He's like, "Oh fuck you, boys! I'm in." Like what the fuck? Because obviously he's just so pissed that everyone's squatting in his farm and he had no say in it. Oh dear. He did. The farmer fucking curb stomped. The farmer curb stomped the little girl. Holy shit, who made this game? He got off his fucking rocking chair, walked down into the filth, and just was like, bam, bam, fucking curb stomping little girl. This game's fucking amazing. Oh dear. Whew. Oh.